Welcome to Abundance Daily.
This is Sarah
and Alex Dumas. We are your host and abundant mindset coaches for you, the faith-based entrepreneur.
This show is designed to help educate, empower, and inspire you and your spouse. Every week we share our wins and losses and our lessons learned to help you and your spouse build a successful business together that helps you put your faith and family first.
You're in the right place if you and your spouse are teaming up to build a business together with dreams of creating an abundant lifestyle.
We know you're busy and with family, work, business, and everything else you deal with every day. So that's why we put together a quick and easy abundance journal to help take away that overwhelm and start getting your business rolling. Go to abundancedaily.com and get your free abundance journal today.
And if you find value from our show, please subscribe, rate, and review on iTunes, Podbean, or Spotify.
Now, let's get into today's episode.
All right, welcome to episode number 116 of the Business and Marriage Podcast. And we got a nice, short, sweet, simple episode for you this week, and I was inspired by it by a little funny, simple, just throw out there post social media, and had me thinking, had Sarah thinking about, well, what are about some of the responses and just some of the other ways that this can be done. And the topic was, what are some of the physical ways or additional ways you can show your spouse that you love them and that you appreciate them and that you care for them. And I wanted to keep it as clean as possible without the obvious, elephant in the room, the bedroom stuff. But, and that's an important part of marriage too. We're not saying that's not, but want to think about going outside the box, about going above and beyond a little bit, and just seeing what are the different ways that you can do those things that we just talked about. So I want to just read off some of the the good responses and kind of elaborate on them, because these are some pretty cool ideas. Obviously, roses, flowers, that's something that for the hubbies out there, your lady likes, even if she says she doesn't like them or doesn't care for them. It's always nice to go that extra mile, and she can show off in her office or on social media. Like,
well, wait, I just have to preface that there are women that actually do not like flowers. So if you really know your wife does not like flowers, don't go get her flowers.
Right. But I'm just speaking in general.
There are those ladies who like flowers, but they're like, oh no, you don't have to get me any. Right. Then go ahead, get your lady flowers. Right.
And it can be just something like a simple $5-10 bouquet or whatever like that, and it's not necessarily about the flowers themselves. It's just about making that effort, about showing up,
and gesture.
Right, exactly. So another cool one that I saw, this is pretty fun. This is something that's more like in our wheelhouse, is naughty texts.
Oh my goodness!
What?
You said you're keeping this clean.
It was clean, but it's just it's just something to show the interest, and like we talk about in the Epic Marriage Summit and our date night course, about just playing offense, about just showing that interest and showing that you are, you're still going after it, and you're still trying to be top of mind, and weed out some of the other garbage. People might be trying to distract your spouse. People may be trying to pull them in a different direction, and you just want to show that attention. A great one was helping around the house, and that's always a big one as far as making sure that things are tidied up, things are taken care of, so it's not overwhelming for one spouse to do the work, or once there's that tension, there's that conflict there, and it's just something to show, hey, you're giving a helping hand, you understand they need a little help, and that you're willing to do something that maybe you don't like to do, or that they don't want to do, but obviously it needs to get done, and you just take that off their plate, you knock that off their checklist, and it's something to show some appreciation. What about some of your thoughts, milady, of some other cool ideas and some other ways to show appreciation?
Well, you could do your spouse's chores.
Mm-hmm.
You can do like surprise gifts or get them their favorite snack randomly. Like I think like the main thing is just like a surprise kind of a thing, right? Like
Right.
you don't have to like tell your spouse it's coming, just surprise them with their chore being done when they got home.
Yeah, it can't be broadcast like, hey, look, I
Yeah.
did the dishes, like, bleh, throw it in their
Well,
face.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't throw it in their face. You could bring it to their attention if they don't happen to notice. But I'm saying, like, you don't have to be like, do you want me to do the dishes for you? Like, just go ahead and do them and let them come home and be like, oh, thank you. Or like a surprise gift or a surprise snack or whatever. Whatever makes your spouse happy, I think, in general, you know, like,
Yeah.
and you might not even know. So you might have to test it out and like see what you could do.
Some of the most interesting answers I saw on here were pranks. Some of you guys are maniacs out there in a good way. We appreciate you, and I think that's also something that's really cool because you want to have fun with your spouse. You want to have a good, just a friendship relationship where you can just do something silly, do something just goofy, and not everything be so serious, and not everything be so, ooh, we have to go by the book and do things ABC way. Like sometimes you can just go with the DEF and make it weird and make it fun.
When you said that, I'm like, DTF.
Sounded,
That was my first thought. I was like, again, thought we were keeping this clean.
it's as clean as it can be. One of the other cool ones I liked on here was the idea of the love notes, and that's something we've done for a while.
Yeah.
And that's cool because you kind of forget about things. It's something that you can just write in the moment and you kind of share and put them in places like whether it's in your the car or something like that, or we have like a designated like a love you box in our room. So,
but ours is a different purpose, and let's share that because other people might be interested. We're coming up on a new year, so our love box is, we have a notepad next to it, like one of those mini, like what would you say that is, like 2 by 1 inch, whatever. I don't even know if it's
probably like a 2 by 3,
or maybe a 2 by 3.
Yeah.
Those little spiral tiny notebooks, whatever. It doesn't have to be that, but that's what we have. And we have a pen, so we have the notebook and the pen and then the box all right there, sitting on this one little designated spot in our bedroom, and it's just on a one of our little like storage thingies
like
that we
shelving
have. It's like on a shelf somewhere, whatever. So anyway, so when you have a thought, you write it to your spouse. You could date it or whatever. We do date it just to kind of keep track. And so what we do is we fold it up and we put the letter of the person that it's for on the outside. After folding it up, we fold it into like 4s, and then if I wrote it, I put an A so that Alex knows it's for him, and if he wrote it, he puts an S. And then what we're gonna do is New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, basically like at the end of the year, you go through that bin and you take yours, your spouse takes theirs, and you open them up and you read them, whether you read them together or whatever. And it's just cute little reminders for your spouse throughout the year. So you could write anything on it. Even if you just write, hey, I just want you to know how much I appreciate you, whatever. Or maybe something specifically happened that day, like, oh, I love the way this thing happened today, and whatever. I don't know.
I love that we took this walk, or whatever happened that was important to you. It could be something that we did for ourselves, like so that we're paying attention to things and that we're really kind of staying as present as possible. So like Sarah said, when we look back at the end of the year, it'll be a bunch of memories like, oh, I didn't remember that even happened, but like, wow, you caught that, or we both saw the same thing, or whatever it might be. So it's pretty cool. A couple other things that people said was going shopping with them. It just kind of reminds me of this funny meme. I love the Target meme with the husbands outside, like, not broke, But my wife's inside Target just shopping, like, please help, something like that. It's just,
panhandling sign?
The panhandling sign.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah, that would probably be one of yours, too.
Yeah.
Alex has always said, like, if we ever, like, had the luxury of...
Take over in Target and I'll, do something. I'll stand outside and make people laugh.
It's only fun when you come with us.
I know, because you guys know I hate it so much.
He loves Target, just like he loves the Notebook.
Here we go. Don't even start. So these are just a few of the ideas. There's a few other ones, like cooking dinner for someone, or playing video games, buying them candy, rubbing their back, stuff like that, massages. But these are just different ideas and different tools so that you can start to be creative and start to think outside the box of expressing yourself to your spouse, and just showing them that you care and showing them that you are interested and showing them that you have them as your priority.
Oh, and we forgot to one of Alex's things is just he randomly posts on my Facebook page like the most crazy things, like about wanting to date me or something like that. And like, obviously we're married and we've been together for 13 years, but still, like, it just gives me a laugh. Like, I think it's funny. So he just does like weird little things like that.
Yeah, just like post like, hey, can I get your numbers?
Yeah.
Something like that. Just, just to keep it fun and keep it light, but also.
Or you'll be like, is your husband home tonight? Can I come over?
Is he home though? Like, anyway. So these are some ideas. Hope that it's useful for you. And if you have some ideas, feel free to share with us. You can email us at team@abundancedaily.com or shoot us a message on our social medias on Facebook at Abundance Daily, the number 8, or the real Alex Dumas, or with Sarah, the real Sarah Dumas with an H. And we'll see you next time, and take care, stay blessed, God bless. Thanks so much for listening today, and if you want your free abundance journal, remember to stop by abundancedaily.com.
Let's stay connected. Follow us on Instagram at Sarah_Dumas888.
And you can follow me at The Real Alex Dumas. For even more access to us, we invite you to be a part of our domination. Find us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/AbundanceDaily8.
We'd love to hear from you, so leave a comment and tell us what you found most valuable and impactful. Take a screenshot of this episode and tag us on Instagram.
For any questions about working with us, email support@abundancedaily.com.
We're grateful to connect with you and to support you any way we can.
So with that said, remember, you're born to live your life with abundance. You are the master of your future, and you control your freedom, and you have complete dominance of your thoughts, your emotions, and habits. See you next episode. God bless.